Hi guys, I was going to do my May garden update. This is what I've got in pots for the most part at my house. I've been taking them to the property as I can. We go about twice a week to the property so I can actually set out plants. I'll go once during the week between those times and check on water plants. But those of you with small children know it's kind of hard to focus on digging a hole when you've got a 3-year-old trying to run everywhere in the woods and she's still not sure where everything is. So here are what I have at the house in containers. I've got, which one? The one's a sweet mint. This is my sweet mint, and this is my spearmint, my rosemary, and my strawberry that's shooting off a runner and trying to go everywhere. Those I bought already started. I've repotted the strawberry. It wasn't a container that big. That is, I have forgotten what, but I have another one over here. And it is my chamomile. That's right. That's my chamomile. I've got it started in multiple pots. I don't keep them stacked like this usually, but I've got this nice lip of the roof because as you can tell, it's a bit rainy here. It stormed last night. Luckily, Jesse and Jamin had to be at the school at 4 o'clock this morning, which is about the time it was starting to rain. So my plants got watered, and when I got back, I was like, oh, my plants are outside. I better move them, and I'll put them under here. So they got wet, except for my mint here that I used to have inside for the longest time. It has one little drip coming down, and apparently that was enough to fill it up with water, even though I set it inside here.
Mommy, I dumped the water.
You dumped that water out of the white container? Okay, thank you. There is my lemon thyme that I have planted out last year. Here it is where I put it in containers. I want to move some of it to the property. I've got one put out the property, but it doesn't seem to do well in the containers. I think it's because it wants to spread, so its root system's really not good there. Here's my borage that something started eating the last day or two. So I need to check on that. This is a borage that just doesn't seem as happy as that one does. Here's another borage. There's a calendula. This one, is this a loofah? Yeah, this is not a loofah. Oh, this one's it's now coming out. And it is a little tomato plant. Here's a lantana a friend gave my husband. He's been doing a lot of car work for her, and she gave him a flower. Here will be a marigold. I've got the short plants mixed in the top plants. I want to go through and sort out and see exactly how many I have left of tomatoes and how many I have left of marigolds, but I can't put them all together in one of these because the leaves all mix up and they need plenty of airflow. We've got a couple new things going. I've got a watermelon starting to sprout, so I need to get that out. I know. So there's a watermelon, there's a watermelon. Here's some of the glass gem corn. I've got some peppers, and I have topped one of them because I saw one lady talking about how much bushier it makes her plants. So this is the one I've topped right here. And if you'll look in the little creases, it's got bud sprouting. So instead of being a super tall plant that's kind of sparse, it'll be bushier. And that's supposed to help with production. This is a jalapeno. I've got a few jalapenos that aren't quite ready because from what I've seen, I can't remember if it's 3 real leaves or 3 real sets. So I'm going to 3 sets. Like this is 2, this is 2, and that'll be 2, but that's not far enough up for me to cut it off yet and not feel like I'm going to tear something up. And this one's a lipstick pepper. It's not a jalapeno, so I don't know if it'll grow slightly differently or not. But I'm going to try it with 1 or 2 of them and see how that works out. So I've got another set of corn back there. What are you? This one is lettuce. And basically that's big enough. I could use that as baby lettuce right now. But I'm going to let it get a bit bigger. Corn, more peppers, marigold. Calendula. I finally got some of it coming up. I think that's calendula. Let me double check. Yeah, that's a calendula. Because, I mean, it looks a little bit like the lettuce to me. Which, luckily, I did remember to write down the names of all these. I was keeping a notebook. Yeah, Bee Balm here. I had a notebook, and I was writing down everything and when I planted it, and when I transplanted it, and when I did this, that, and the other, and then like I started putting plants out. I don't care anymore. I just try to make sure to write it down. I wish I would have thought to write the dates on them. I've got some okra. We'll see how that works. Someone gave it to me, so I'm going to give it a shot. I think most of my beans are put out for the most part. Here's a broccoli. There's a lettuce there. What are you? It's another broccoli. I really like using the styrofoam containers the best. They're easy to write on. They're bigger. They're very easy to make drainage go in. I just kind of snipped the bottom corners here with the scissors and they drain great. Here's my green twister. It's the only one I've got coming up so far. I have some put out at the property, and hopefully when I go check on Sunday, some of them might be sprouting. Those seem to need about the most care. I want to find one of the plants I've had the most trouble with, besides the green twister, was my marshmallow. I really want to get the marshmallow to grow. And out of all the ones I started so far, here is the only one seeming to be doing anything. So wish me luck with the marshmallow. I don't even know why. It just seemed like a cool plant to have. I don't even particularly have a need for it. It just seemed like a cool thing to have. I'm going to go through at some point and label everything and see how many I have that have survived. And go from there as to what I want to do next year and if there's anything else I want to put out. Because it is May here, so I can still have another week to start most things from seed and have enough time in the season to get them out. And that'll be fine to have them kind of separated so everything's not maturing at once. I've got most of my squash and most of my loofahs are already out. I've got lots of tomatoes out. Radishes are coming up really well, and peas. I've got some peas in the ground over here, and I've got onions. I haven't heard much back about my onions. Does anybody know how to tell when they're ready to harvest? I planted them last fall, so I think by this fall they should be ready. And I lost my garlic. A friend of mine had gave me some garlic, and it disappeared. I don't know if a kid did something with the box. I don't know if a dog came over from the neighbors and got it. Really don't know. Let me go over here and get through my minefield that is my husband's stuff. And here is some of my peas I've got here. I don't have a whole lot of them going here, but I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got like 8 plants worth here. See, they're coming up pretty good. Here's a good sized one. We don't usually wait for them to get this big. The kids eat them first. We can cut them into like 2 or 3 pieces and mix them in with our salad greens, and the kids really like that. Here are our onions. They're getting tall. They're standing up. I was hoping that a marigold would come up over there because I've let one go to seed over there, but I don't see anything coming up yet. But I'll give it a while and see how that goes. We still have at least another month before we plan on really moving anything. Well, as far as like our possessions in our house down to the property. But these are pretty good, I think. Here is Belle. Say hi. Are you Belle? That's Belle, that's right. And there's sister's towel she left on the carport. You felt the need to add your own touch to Kevin's work? Couldn't all be Kevin's mess? See that? All right, I've got one more set of plants if I can get to them that I want to show you. Also, here's my back heel. Somebody had landscaped this. Like, it was a retaining wall here, and you'll see around the rest of the tree there's like some bricks there, and several things just have bricks around them. They're all through in this hill, and you can see they used to have it landscaped. I have no idea what all the decorative flowers are. There are some irises over here near our solar panels. They've kind of died back. I don't know if I need to deadhead those or not. But see, there's a lot of those. And then our roses. I can't think of the name of them, but they're the ones that smell really, really good. And there's a tree growing up in the middle, and we cut this tree down every year, and it grows back. And we need to deadhead those. Behind that, oh wow, like I said, it rained a lot, so it apparently knocked over this whole bush here. That is blueberry plant from last year. We didn't get any berries off of it last year. We got it, and there were 2 berries already on it, and birds found it. I really need to work on back here. I've been more focused on my edible plants